Ouch. Damn, man. What the hell? Alright, I finally made it out here, man. Damn. Literally been out here looking for some internet for like a half hour. Alright, let me get myself together. Let me get myself together. Where is my link? And we got another scorch out here, boy. 90 degrees. For real, this summer's not playing. Summer's like, yeah, you said you wanted the summer, right? You said you wanted summertime, right? Here we go. That's the weather talking to everybody. So you said you wanted summertime. Let's go. All right, what's up? Let's see. What's up, Stacy? What's up, Doc? What's up, Ernest? What's going on, Don? Stacy funny. She said I'm late. Jack, what's happening? Benito, what up? All right. All right. See what's going on now. Day in the life, definite. Another day, man, another day. We made it. Oh, man. Yep, life is something else. It just keep going. It just keep moving. It just keep on moving. I had an interesting weekend. We took a road trip yesterday, and I realized for the first time what type of technology is in these cars, man. Yo. And listen, and I'm gonna say this, and that's what I love about these lives is that they go on, they record it. I give it, what year is this, 2019? I would say by 2023, 24, like 4 or 5 years, cars are going to be driving themselves. I give it 5 years. You will see cars on the road, nobody driving it. The car going to be driving itself. I'm telling you. These cars going to be driving themselves, man. Stacy don't like that. She says she good, huh? Don don't like that. You don't like that, huh? All right. I'm with it. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. But let me tell you what was interesting that even brought me to say that. And I'm watching these charts too in the background. I got my eye on the chart. But what led me to say that is I think I'm gonna move up a little bit. Hold up. What led me to say that is the technology that they have in these cars now is crazy. Let me tell you what happened. What had happened was, so we driving, right? We driving. We got like a little 2 hour drive out to Pennsylvania. This was yesterday, a little road trip. So I was like, all right, let me try out this cruise control. Like, I'm a big fan of cruise control. I like cruise control, right? So I put the cruise control on, and I remember when we got this truck, the the girl that we were talking to, she was explaining some of the features. First of all, this shit already had me bugging. You can start the car, unlock the car, lock the car, turn the car on, turn it off. You can do all of this from an app now. Like and you don't got to be nowhere near the car. Like, I could be in another city, another state, start the car, unlock the car. That already had me bugging. So we driving yesterday, and I remember her telling me and explaining to me how the vehicle has all of this, like, sensors everywhere. And it does. It got crazy sensors. Cameras, got a lot of cameras and sensors. So I'm like, yeah, I'm with all that. So she's like, yo, when you driving on the road and you set it to cruise control, you can set it to have a certain amount of distance between you and the car in front of you, right? The car speeds up and slows down to keep the distance. I remember her vividly saying this. And I'm impressed by that. My wife was like, and I'm just listening. I'm like, okay, I remember that. So then she's like, when you in the lane, it has a mechanism. If you getting too close to the line, it pulls the car back over into the lane. You literally feel it. It tugs the car over so that you don't go, bleeding into the next lane. I'm like, this is all nice. I like everything I'm hearing, right? So then when she was talking about the distance thing, I didn't really think about it in detail yet until yesterday. So I'm like, all right, it keeps the distance cool. But then I'm like, wait, so how does it keep a distance if you have it set to a speed? So I'm like, what if you got it set to 70, right? You cruising at 70. If the car in front of you slows down, what happens? And as I'm thinking about it yesterday, I'm like, well, if the car's in front of you slowing down and this mechanism keeps the distance in between you and the car, then it's going to slow you down. It would have to. It ain't going to make you crash into the other car, right? So I'm like, all right, so let me try it. Sure enough, I set it to 75, driving. And this is something else too, I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. So we driving, and as we driving, you know how you can see in the distance, like ahead of you, if you're going faster than the cars that are ahead of you, you're going to catch up to them. So I'm moving 75. I'm doing 75 and a 65. So I make sure I stay like right around 10 above the speed limit. So we driving. When I get up to the car in front of me, the distance is set. So now I'm behind the car, but there's it's like a 4 car distance between me and the car in front. So as we're driving, the car slows down, like hits the brakes, like brakes. So then I feel the car brake. This car. The shit slowed down, but not just slowed down. It slowed down to keep the distance. So whatever the car in front of you does is what the car's gonna do. So I was like, oh. And the first time I felt it, my wife was sleeping while we driving, so she kind of felt the tug, and she was like, what was that? I was like, don't worry about it, go back to sleep, because I'm still messing around with it to see what it does. Sure enough, we still driving. Every time the cars in front would either speed up or slow down, like say Say, for example, the car slows down. I got it set to 75. The car slows down to 60, right? I'm going to slow down to 60 to keep the distance. When the car speeds back up again, let's say he go to 80. Now the car going to move back up to 75 because I got it set to 75. You understand? So it's going to keep me at the speed, the max speed I want to be at. But at the same time, whatever's in front of me is going to keep that distance that I have it set to on the cruise control. Don't matter how, it doesn't matter what speed they do. They can stop. If they stop, it'll stop the car. Like that had me bugging out. I was like, wait. Because it really did it. It really kept the distance. So it doesn't matter what the car does in front of you. This mechanism automatically detects whatever the cars in front of you and around you were doing, and it adjusts the speed of this car automatically. I was like, yo. Like that shit just had me bugging out. And I was like, these cars is doing this. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you, man, the cars are going to be driving themselves soon. But anyway, I got excited about that shit. Yo, you don't got to be excited like me, but I'm hyped. See what Jay Carly said? That's me. I just want to drive her. I don't really always want to drive. You know what I'm saying? Yes. See what Ernest said? The algorithm, the rules overrule the cruise control speed. Yes. But see, you don't think about that when you're thinking about cruise control, because you know how cruise control normally is. It's set to the speed, but then you got to, if a car's slowing down in front of you, you got to slow down. So the way that this mechanism works, no, it's going to keep the distance. It doesn't matter what speed they're doing. And then when they speed up, the car will speed up again. Yo, I didn't and I kid you not, I didn't press the brake or the gas for like an hour. Literally, I didn't do anything until we had to get off of an exit. For 1 hour, I didn't touch the gas or the brake. And cars in front of me were doing all type of shit. Trying to tell y'all, man. Trying to tell y'all. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Shoot. The less driving I got to do, the more trading I could do while I'm driving. While I'm riding. Let me rephrase that. Yeah, man, shoot. Yeah, I was highly impressed by that. Highly impressed. That's what I'm saying. Look, you see what Jay Carly said? It really pretty much drove itself. That's what I'm saying. For 1 hour, I didn't touch nothing. I didn't touch anything. I'm just looking to see what the car gonna do. Of course, when my wife is asleep, because I couldn't do that shit while she was awake. She'd be yelling at me. So I waited till she went to sleep. Then I started playing around with stuff. But I was highly impressed by that. What up, JP? What up, Campbell? See, yeah, Campbell with me. He said he with it too. That's what I'm talking about. I'm with it, man. What's up, Osman? Hell yeah, Flossie for that. What? You couldn't tell me nothing. I was like, yo, I'm the shit right now. Yo, I felt wonderful. See, because most people are looking at it, I think, kind of in a negative way. They're like, no, I don't want the car. I don't trust the car. But think about it for a second. People are saying that they don't trust the technology, but you trust somebody driving who was drinking? You trust somebody driving who looking down at their phone? You know what I'm saying? They looking down at their phone, not paying attention or texting while they driving. You trust that over technology that really is programmed to do shit and to protect you? It's perspective, man. Perspective. He said you can have your macaroons while you're driving. Oh, snap. Yeah, exactly, Mick. Exactly. They already got, right. They got drones. They got drone planes doing shit. Driverless planes. Driverless trucks on the road already. They're not talking that much about it, but it's already out. It's already in existence, man. Yep. So I always look at everything. I don't ever just kind of like limit myself in my thinking. I used to do that. I used to have an old fashioned kind of way of doing everything. You know, like there was a time when I was like, I ain't getting on Facebook and all of that. You know, mind you, that was like 2014. 2013, 2014, I ain't want nothing to do with social media. Now you can't. Social media is not really doing nothing. Like the internet and all of this is not doing anything crazy. It's really just exposing what people be doing. That's all it does. It's just exposing people. That's another voice recognition. Yes. They got technology to shit. Look at your eyeball, your eye. It detects you by your eye. Shit, they got an app on the iPhone. You press your finger on it, right? And it unlocks your phone. Don't they got that? Come on, man. And I'm like, you know, that stuff is not bad. It's not bad because it's making things better and easier for us to navigate, if you think about it. You know what I mean? And yeah, it got facial recognition too, which is insane. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. This market looking pretty good actually right now. I want to see more of the behavior though. I don't think the behavior is quite there yet, but the environment is getting there. The environment is the environment is getting there. Behavior kind of seem a little funny still. A little funny style still. The facial recognition is safer than the fingerprint. Got you. There we go. Jay Carly said, no more girlfriends breaking into your phone. Shit. Yeah, but yeah, I was totally mesmerized by that yesterday. I really was. Like I'm not even gonna try to make it seem like I wasn't hyped. I'm still hyped. That it just had me bugging out. Like damn, because it was more protective. As I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yo, this is like, you know, we're gonna get to a point where there ain't gonna be no more accidents. There won't be any more accidents. Like the car will be designed to avoid all types of shit. It's gonna just be designed like to avoid everything. Come on, man. And the more that you have these vehicles on the road doing that, the safer the roads are. And then when I was thinking about, I thought about like how, like you see how Google Maps and Waze is set up. You see how they, over these past, I don't even know how long they've been doing it for now, but they've been doing it for a while. You know, you ever see the car that goes around with the camera on the top? It drives around taking 3D images of everywhere. That's why in Google Maps and on Google, you can see, like if you type in the address or location, it lets you see the street view. because they got cars driving around with the cameras on the top, taking 3D images of everything. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. It updates streets, like the names of the streets. It updates all of that. It's keeping up with everything that's going on everywhere. And I'm like, damn. So now, it'll get to the point where it's like you just type in the destination where you're going. It knows how long it's going to take you to get there. It's looking at the traffic patterns. It's looking at everything. It sees where traffic is. It shows you the fastest route. Come on, man. That shit is crazy. Like, it's crazy, but it's here already. That's what I'm saying. Like, so when they actually start implementing certain things, like in cars and whatnot, they don't got to do a whole lot. All they got to do is put the technology in the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Because Google Maps and all of that shit is already set up. Even now. Don't nobody, you don't got to remember everywhere that you're going. You might not have ever been nowhere. You just type it into GPS and it brings you there. Your destination is up ahead on the left. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know where you was going. Sometimes you'll get lost if your internet is slow because it'll be throwing it off. But for the most part, nah, man. This technology's crazy. Yeah, see, all of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, they have that on Waze too. It has like, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of detector for radar. So like if there's cops nearby with the gun out, the radar gun, not the real gun. If they got the radar gun pointed out anywhere, it detects that radar and it lets you know, radar up ahead, blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. You don't think they're going to build that into the cars? It'll be built into the car. The car will slow down automatically when radar is ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to speed or whatever, it'll automatically slow the car down to the speed limit. I'm telling y'all, man. Yo. That shit is crazy. Big said your eyes gotta be open for for the facial recognition. So no sleeper creeping on my phone. Oh snap. JP said, is your retina and facial recognition information being sold somewhere? I can't think of nothing that they really could do with that yet, even if they were trying to do that. Because most stuff that you'll be using it for, you got to be there for it. Like you got to be there in person for it. I don't think you're going to be able to be like, somewhere else and then you using recognition. It's like if you're not there, you can't get whatever you're trying to get to. You got to physically be there. Sly said they should make a Google map for the moon. Say what? What are you talking about, man? Michelle said, my Tesla will drive itself, so it is near. I've never let it drive itself because I don't trust it yet. Yeah, Michelle from the old school. She's like, nah, that shit ain't driving me. Not with me in it. I know that's right. I know that's right. Shoot. She's like, not with me in it. Mick says safe as hell. Slav said I trust a Honda before trusting a Tesla. Teslas are electric too, right? Or are they hybrid? I think Tesla's electric, right? Yeah, they got the chargers and all that. Makes the iPhone uses temperature sensors too, so they can't crack your phone when they knock you off. Oh snap! That sounds promising, Mick. That is funny. All electric. So how long does the charge last? Like how many hours before you got to charge it? And how much distance do you get? Like if you want to drive somewhere before you have to charge, does it go like by miles? How does that work? It's funny too because I saw a Tesla yesterday. It was like it wasn't the car one. It was kind of like a minivan a little bit, but not. It looked better than the minivan. It looked kind of similar to like it was like an SUV. It was nice though. The doors went up like this, like the side doors went up, and then they came back down. It looked nice. It looked very nice. That's interesting that you're talking about Tesla because I surely did see one yesterday when we was traveling. Yep. Yo, it just started raining for no reason. That's how this weather do. She just do what she want. She's like, all right, I'm gonna start raining now. I know it's hot as hell, but I'm gonna just start raining for no reason. Um, Michelle says I have the long distance program. I can go about 371 miles. Wow. Without having a charge. That's crazy. So when you're ready to charge up, the charge is in the car, right? It's something that you plug like into a regular outlet. Is that how that works? And then when you plug it in, how long does it take to give you like a full charge again? She said then there's superchargers or charging stations like at Olive Garden. Right. Takes about a half hour for a charge. But I have a charge at my home, but I never charge until I get down. Okay, they call it distance. That's how mine's set up. It's all really ran by a computer. I know some of the nerd Teslas, as I figured another way. Okay, I mean, you said take a half hour, but the half hour is with the supercharger. So if you use the one that you use at the house, how long does that take? What's up, Shaw? What's up, Crypto? What's up, Dimitri? JT, what up? Shaw said, if we can double the demo account, does that mean we would be ready for live? You probably are not going to be ready for live until you know that you're ready for live. It's much easier to do things in demo because of a number of things. First of all, you're in demo. So I'm scared to turn this off because it seems like if I turn this AC off, it's gonna get mad hot in here. But let me turn it off for a second. When you're trading on demo, your emotions are different. Emotionally, everything is different for you. So that has a lot to do with it right there, off the rip. What's happening, Bob? What Slav is saying is very true. He said you can quadruple the account and not be ready for live. I agree, because live is not just about, like, oh, I'm on live now. You shouldn't want to go to live until you already psychologically, primarily, like your mindset has to be on point before you go to live. Because once you go to live, it's kind of like you shouldn't even be live until you're mentally prepared to do everything that you need to in your live account. You know, so it's going to take you time to get to that point. So even like regardless of what your results are on the demo is not a barometer to gauge whether you're ready for live or not. You're the barometer. Like you have to intuitively know whether you're ready or not. You know. He said the full fire to slap somebody. Yeah, Bob, I read the email that you sent me. I'm gonna get back to you. I'm gonna let you know when. But I'm definitely all for it. Michelle said it's just like where the gas tank is and you plug it in, you can fast charge 30 to 40 minutes. Half hour is my usual time, and it plugs into a dryer plug, looks like. Okay. So when you say 30 minutes, you mean the one that comes with the car that you plug in yourself, or like when you go to a station? Because if it's only half hour, that's awesome. It would take you a half hour to recharge. That is insane. Slav said he gonna give his 2 cents on demo. If you guys are starting off, you'll be better off going live and just studying with no funds in your account, but do paper trading. So just take the notes of trade. That's awesome advice. That's what I advise everyone to do. Yep, that's exactly what I tell everybody to do now that wants to get more acclimated with being in the live environment in the account. I think you're much better off doing that, and to be honest about it. Yeah, JP agrees. Stacy said that's better than a cell phone. Shaw said, oh wait, Slav said, I still haven't started either, but I'm going to start paper live, not demo at all. Got you. That's good, Slav. That's a good idea. I agree. Now, when I say paper trade, what I'm talking about is being in a live account, but taking the trade in the demo. So with the way that I recommended you do it, you're using both. You're using the live account for information, like to actually determine whether there's a trade. If there's an opportunity with the live account information, you pull the trigger in the demo. So you get used to the mechanism of actually taking a trade and executing the trade. But you're not using real money in your live account. Like you don't even have to have any money in there, like what Slav is saying. But I recommend that you use the demo account to pull the trigger with. I do recommend that. Shaw said, problem is having an edge does not always mean it's going to work. Do you teach how to limit the trades and only take the best ones? I'm not sure how you would teach that when a lot of trades look nice to win and we never know which one will win. Well, yeah, that's exactly what I teach, because what it boils down to is that you can't pick trades. What you're talking about doing is picking trades, and when you get into the picking trade business, that's when you are going to fall short and fall victim to what you suggested. Listen to what you just said. A lot of trades look nice to win, and we never know which one will win. You see what I'm saying? You can't pick trades. It's not about picking trades. It's about recognizing the environment in the market when you should even be in a trade at all. Does that make sense? And if that don't make sense, it will make sense to you eventually. Like that's what we train to do. We train to identify when the market has the right environment with the right behavior. You know, it just got mad bright out here. Yo, like this is a sun shower because the sun is bright as hell over there. And it's raining. Pouring down raining. Let me see. Yeah, JP's right about that. He said the pricing isn't even close in the demo. Yeah, for the most part, absolutely. You're right about that. You are right about that. Oh, excuse me. Slav said, think a paper trade goal on live with 50 and 0 goal is a better feeling than a 50 and 0 in the demo. Yeah, but doing it the way that I said to do it, where you pull the trigger in the demo, that's the equivalent. Because you got the information from the live account. And then you pull the trigger in the demo. So it's that's gonna help you to get accustomed to pulling the trigger. And it's gonna be more true to life because you're using real-time information from a live account versus the demo. In other words, you're not basing the trade off the demo. Slav, the pricing is why I can't really see myself doing that because I won't be able to see the same option. No, you will. When you're gonna have both of them opened at the same time. They'll be open together, side by side. So you'll be looking at live, but when it comes time to take the trade, you take it in the demo account. You have the demo account open. Same strike price, like everything is identical. You have them up side by side, but you're using real-time information from the live, and then you pulling the trigger in the demo. Yo, it is pouring down raining for no reason. Mick said it took me some help to finally have demo and live running side by side to pull the trigger in demo based on the live pricing. Right. And recorded. My niece fixed me up last night during the training. Liftoff. Yeah, Mick is ready. Mick just confirmed what I just explained. That's so crazy. He literally just confirmed what I just said. Tyler said, "Oh, you could be as dumb as I was and lose the whole 250 before you even join Team Alliance. Dumb shit." Hashtag dumb shit. Sound advice, to say the least. Waiting for the last confirmation. Let's say waiting for the hit and then pull it. Yeah, but you'll have it up. In other words, just imagine that you got the demo up next to the live, and you ain't even paying attention to the demo. You're paying attention to the live information. But when you ready to pull the trigger, you got the ticket open up over here on the demo, and you click in on the demo account based on what you're seeing on the live account. That's what I'm getting at. You could do it that way, like writing it down. You could do it that way. But you want to be able to exercise your brain memory muscle by doing it. So nothing really is going to substitute that aside from actually doing it. Shaw, so we have to pick a trade to trade. When I say picking trades, Shaw, what I mean is you're taking a trade based on the trade. When You want to learn how to take a trade based on the environment of the market at the time that you decide to take the trade. It's like saying, oh, this trade looks good, I'm going to take that one. Oh, this trade, yeah, that one looks good. That one looks good. That everything can look good, but the timing can be off because the environment is not right. The environment may not be solid. This is what I'm saying. You can select trades all day long based upon whatever rules or whatever your strategy is for entering a trade. You can do that all day. The problem is when you just do that without the insight of the market itself actually showing you environment and behavior, which should precede you recognizing a valid trade. You can take great trades all day and they can lose. The trade set up nice, it looked awesome, and then you lose the trade. Why did you lose the trade? This becomes the question. If you can't answer that question, then it's not about picking trades, is it? If it was as easy as picking a trade, you would pick a trade that looks good and you would win. But that's not what happens. You pick trades and then they don't win. And you're like, well, damn, why did that one not win? This one won and this one didn't, and they look the same. There's more to it than just the trade. That's why. There's more to it than just looking at how the trade's set up. So that's what I'm saying. Michelle, the station you go to fast charge at a station. Mine at home takes around 40, and the cost is less than running a dryer. Oh, you mean running like a hair dryer? That's interesting. That's interesting, Michelle. Tyler said, take notes on that sheet on what the environment looked like and what you thought about it. If you were nervous, if what you thought you saw is actually what you saw. That's solid. Those are real notes. What Tyler was just describing. If you're gonna write notes, write that down. The easy fix for that is recording, because when you record, you can talk. On the recording, talk about everything. All right, I'm looking at this. All right, the market looks like it's pretty good. I'm not sure. I don't really like the behavior right now, to be honest. Environment looks good. Behavior, I don't know yet. Oh, a trade is setting up right now. Let me observe. Like when you record that and then you play it back and listen to yourself, you're listening to an analysis. Whose analysis? You listen to your own analysis of what you were looking at in the market. You realize how powerful that is as a training tool? This is what I'm saying about recording. Just like when y'all hear me talk on trades during trade videos that I do, you hear my process. I'm talking about it. Before, many times before, and definitely afterwards. So these are all tools that we use to sharpen our skill. The bottom line is that you gotta have skill. It ain't about picking trades. It ain't about finding a strategy. It ain't about getting a method. This is about acquiring skill in the market, understanding why you either win or lose trades. You understand? You got to understand why. Why did you lose? Like that's the problem most of the time. You don't know why you lost. You realize that that's a problem, right? If you don't know why you lost, you have a serious problem. That's not like, to be taken lightly, because your answer can't be, oh, well, I lost because the market decided to do something else. We know that the market decided to do something else. Why did the market decide to do something else at that time? Maybe it's what you didn't see beforehand that even led up to you taking a trade at that time. Could that be it? I think that's it. You see, so now you begin to elevate in your mindset and your thinking in terms of the market, because now you're beginning to see the market. This is not going to work for you until you start to see the market. You have to see it. You got to know that. You got to know when to not do nothing. Oh, but I saw some trades set up. You saw some trades set up when? You see, like, that's the question. That's going to be my question to you. Well, Mark, I see trades set up every day. Yeah, but when? How did the market look at the time that the trade set up? So now we go somewhere else. We're not limited in our thinking now. We take it to another level, and the level that we're taking it up to is more in line with how the market is. You know, you want to put yourself in tune with the market. You don't want to be fighting the market, because the market will beat your ass up. Market will have you losing and you don't know what happened. You're like, damn, I don't know what the hell happened today. I was 10-0 yesterday. Today I lost 3. You don't even know what happened. So in other words, you don't know why you lost today, and you don't know why you was winning yesterday. Come on, man. Shaw said, generally market too fast, but market can speed up on you even in slow environments. So it can, and it does. This is why observation is so important. You got to understand the market, in spite of it doing everything to you that seems arbitrary, it seems like the market randomly does stuff. But you can actually observe and identify the timing of when it does stuff. Within the window of timing, you could have a window of opportunity. Not that you will. See, you got to accept that also. There will come times when you have a window of timing as far as environment and behavior, but there's no opportunity within the window. In other words, there's no opportunity to take a trade during that time. So just because you have great environment and behavior doesn't mean that you'll have a trade. And just because you see trades set up doesn't mean that you have the right environment and behavior to back up the trade. Either way, you're not taking trades, because you should not take trades until they are both cohesive. In other words, the timing of the correct environment and behavior and the window of opportunity where a valid trade sets up during that time. They have to meet. They have to be cohesive. If they're not cohesive, then that's what you're missing. You're missing one or the other, or sometimes both. If you lose and then start revenge trading, I guarantee you that you're missing both. Because now you're just doing whatever because you want to get your money back. It's so crazy how like I kind of just feel like I have this figured out. And I do, to a degree. I don't know everything, but I know enough to not lose. I know enough to not lose, and I know enough to show you how not to lose no more. You got to understand the value of not losing anymore. The way that you just stop losing, you got to know why you were losing. Why do you lose your trades? Why does a trade lose? It has more to do with environment than it does to do with the trade. The environment backs up the trade that you're taking. So you can take a great trade at the wrong time and lose. I know that this is stuff that people don't be wanting to hear, because you can't confuse it now. It's like as soon as I start to talk like this, you can't confuse it anymore. So it's like, damn, he's right, but damn, like I still don't understand. You're not supposed to understand right away. You gotta spend time studying the market to know what I'm talking about and to prove it right. But the thing about it is that you can't prove it wrong. like do what you normally do and just keep doing that and see what your end result is gonna be. That's the proof right there. That's the proof. You're going to have to interrupt that. You're going to have to disrupt that with actual skill, interpretation of the market first. You trying to look for a trade. We're not looking for trades. We're looking for the correct environment that would win a trade if a trade is produced. Think about that one. This is what I said. We're looking for the right environment, the right condition in the market that would win a trade if a trade is produced at that time. Yo, that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy right there. I know. Adam said, I don't lose. That's all. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's very true what Mick is saying. When you do the play-by-play on your recordings, it explains why you did or did not pull the trigger. Bingo. That's why it's so powerful, man. It works. It definitely works. Like, come on, man. It works. It's solid. It's solid as a rock, man. Solid. Here go the music. To see, every time I'll just be chilling, and here it goes. The vibes, man. And build it up, and build it up. Don't know about that. Like right now, see, environment looks good now. Environment looks good, behavior shaping up. Does that mean a trade will come? No, it does not. What does it mean? It means that the market is actually syncing up, potentially. And if it does sync up, that's when the trade comes for us. When we take our trade, we're going to win. That's the difference. We're going to win because we know why. We know why we took the trade, why we waited for the market to be in a certain environment, to show a specific behavior that we know makes sense for you to be present if there's an opportunity presented at that time. That's all it is. And in the interim, you know, it doesn't make sense for you to try to force your way into the market just for the sake of trading. Like, that's another problem that people have. They're very impatient. Well, I'm gonna get a trade in a week. So what? If you want to win your trade, you got to wait for the market to give them to you. If you don't have a problem with losing, then do whatever you normally would do. It's all good. Market don't care either way. Like, you realize that the market doesn't care either way. I was having a conversation with someone one day, and they said to me, they said, Mark, I think somebody's spying on my account. I didn't even say anything else. I just was like, nobody's spying on your account, man. Nobody's spying on you. JP said, what's your take on having a trade price itself out inside a minute and then come back to the parameter pricing to pull the trigger? Anytime that you see any type of back and forth, that is an indication that there is not stability present. Stability is self-explanatory. The closer that you get to seeing stability, meaning that it's not doing what you just described. When you see a similar setup take place that does not do that, that's the right one. When it does do that, it could potentially do something else, and you were given indication that it could potentially do something else. And being you don't know if it could or not if it could, you don't know if it will or not. It might not. Then again, it might. Now it becomes a question of, are you willing to take the chance? You see, so this is where your skill elevation comes in, because over time, with more time and experience, you begin to put yourself in position to answer that question yourself. So you don't ask anymore. You're not like Mark, um, when the market does this, what do you think about it? You'll come back and you say, listen, when the market does that, I'm not taking it. Or you say, well, when I see the market do that, if I also see this, then I'm taking the trade. You see, you come back with authority because you've seen enough in the market and you've been exposed enough to have experience that gives you enough information to make a decision on your own. Because it's like what you do, and you don't mean to do it, but this is what everyone naturally does. Everyone naturally tries to curve fit the market, don't they? You're trying to create a system because you're trying to follow steps. All right, step one, this. Step two, that. Step three, take the trade. And it's like, it doesn't work like that from how you're thinking that it works like that. It does flow like that in steps, but you're trying to curve fit and box in everything, and you can't. What's funny is that you can't box in anything because the market always has a variable that it will put into the midst of what you're doing and what you're looking at. This is why observation is the only thing that can solve that problem. The fact that you're inexperienced with something specifically and you haven't seen enough of it to be able to make a solid, decisive decision as to whether you're going to do something or not do something. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like having tools, and then you got the tools to build something, but you want someone to tell you what to build. It's like, nah, you got to figure out what you want to build. What do you want to build? You want to build this or you want to build that? I don't want to build that. Okay, so build that. And if you're building that, don't try to figure out how to build that too. Just build this. That's how I'm kind of giving you an example of how your thought process should be when it comes to studying the market. You look at and observe everything, but your decision making is based off of what you actually see the market doing, that you see is solid in the market. It's not anything that presents you with a question that you can't answer. So it's kind of like you always have to just be able to answer the questions that you have. And until you get to that point, you know that you have more observation that you need to do with regard to the market. It's just like if you ask me a question that I don't answer right away, I'll say, you know what? I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm actually going to look at that closer. And I'll know to look for that specifically when I do my study and my observation. I'll look for that because you brought it up. Sometimes you're bringing stuff up to my attention that I don't focus on. You know what I'm saying? And if you're bringing it up, it's something that you saw, obviously. But most of the time that don't happen. Pretty much I know everything that you'll be talking about. But I'm just saying, if there was ever a time where you brought something up, I'm going to take the time to now study that because you pointed it out. And it's something that I'm not familiar with, or as familiar as I would like to be with. Tyler said my signal guy went out of town for vacation. Probably go work the food market until he gets back. It's silly. Shaw said, what's the difference between your skill trade and other trades you teach? Do you trade them in the same environment or different environment? It's all the same. Everything I trade is what I teach. Whether you're capable of doing what I'm doing is a different story altogether. You see? And that's why within what I teach, I give framework that's very specific to ensure that certain things are going to be forced to happen to you. Like, you have to learn patience and you have to learn discipline. If you follow the framework and the protocol that I give you, you're going to learn that by default. You understand? Like, the only way that you're not going to learn that is if you don't follow the protocol. If you decide to do other shit, you're not going to become patient. You're not going to learn the discipline that you need to. If you do follow the protocol, patience and discipline are built into it. So it puts you in position to wait for the market to present everything to you that needs to be in place. Everything. In other words, what I was talking about a little while ago. What if you took a great trade at the wrong time? You could lose. What I'm going to teach you is going to put you in position to wait for a good trade at the right time. And nothing else. Not, oh, well, it's the right time, but I don't see a real trade. Oh, can I take that trade? Is that the trade that you're being trained to wait for? Is that the specific parameters that you're being trained to wait for? You don't see that yet? So then why are you doing anything? See, that's what I'm saying about how the framework teaches you the patience and the discipline. In other words, don't do nothing until everything is in place. You learn how to wait for everything to be in place. You're now in position to not lose. If you don't wait, now you're on your own. You're forced to utilize whatever skill you have, and you may not have none yet. Patience is a skill. You don't got no patience, you ain't gonna wait anyway. Discipline is a skill. You don't have discipline, you're gonna be off looking at some other shit when you are supposed to be waiting for the market to present what you're waiting to see based on what you're being trained. You ain't got no discipline, you ain't gonna wait for that. You're gonna be off looking at other shit, watching TV, not training, you see what I'm saying? So it's so many different variables that can go on if you don't really train. That's why I talk about that at a high level, because I do it. In my mind, I'm trying to out-train the new person that takes it serious. Like, to me, if you're new and you take this serious, the way that you train should be like ridiculous. You know, you should start getting in trouble, you know, in your house. Like, you got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, your boyfriend or girlfriend should be yelling at you because you're training so much. You got earbuds in your ear all the time. Why you always got earbuds in your ear? Well, I'm doing something. I'm training. Training for what? You see, like, you should be getting in trouble like that. If you're not getting in trouble, you're not training enough. And I'm taking you through those scenarios because that's the shit that I dealt with. You know, like going to bed with the earbuds in, my wife yelling at me, like, what is that? Pay attention to me. I'm like, I'm paying attention to you. I can hear you. Then I had to figure out, well, I can't wear both earbuds. I can only wear one. So I go to bed and lay down on this side with the earbud in this ear. And this one, she can't see the earbud. Little shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is real stuff that I'm giving you that is how I train. So the reason that I'm saying that is because when you train at a ridiculous level, your results are going to be ridiculous. You want ridiculous like results? How do you want your results to be? How do you want your execution to be? That's how you have to train. You can't train subpar and want to do it your way and expect the results to be what you want them to be. It doesn't work like that. I'm giving you specifics on what I do on every level, like what I do in the house, what I do when I'm out. We go to the movies and I'm training in the movie theater. Who does that? Like, this is insane. It's insane level. And I'm giving you specific examples and I'm telling you why I do it. I do it because my execution will reflect that subconscious training, that subconscious level of training. Look at what happens when I get on chart and I'm ready. It's like, damn, Mark, you know, how do you know this? How do you know that? It's the training. That's how. Observation, study of the market, rinse and repeat, training on repeat, execution on repeat. That's how it works. And I'm not giving you anything different than any other profession. When you go to school to become a surgeon, how often do you study? You're about to become a surgeon. What's your study game look like? it probably looks retarded. Like, damn, he always studying. Of course he's about to become a surgeon. When you want to do this and win all the time and win consistently and create a business for yourself through trading, you got to train like a retard in a good way. So I'm just saying. But I'm sorry, that was Rant Man. That wasn't me. Mark is back. I'm back. That was the Rant Man. Let me see. Slav said market is the higher up market makers that are selling and buying the field. Trade the market is different from what the market makers themselves are doing. Tyler, I like what Equidreams just said. Yes, JPC, I'm gonna guess before he answers, I guess that if prices out, it most likely means it's DQ'd. Even if it comes back, for you to be able to take the trigger before times run out, you can take it. Or you can't take it. Because it could have won or lost. Total guess. Let's see if I'm wrong. So were you wrong with my explanation, Slav? Or were you right? Oh, snap. JT said, that's how I am with studying things brought to my attention, is just figuring out how a puzzle piece fits the right way. Exactly. Exactly. Mick said, since the market can be felt, approach it without feelings. Ooh. See, see, right now, Mick is on the vibe right now. Hard. That's hard. This is the way he just said. Since the market can be felt, approach it without feelings. Woo. He said, honeybees do sting, but not when you know their movements and behavior. Yo. Mick, don't make me hang up on this live, man. Don't make me hang it up. Damn. And then he says, you dig. All right. We need a moment of silence. All right, woosah. I needed a woosah after that. Damn. They sting when they sense your fear. Woo! Just like the market. Jesus. Shaw said, on average, how many opportunities present themselves? See, yo, I kid you not. Like, these are the same questions that just come up repeatedly. And I'm not even saying that to be funny, Shaw, but like literally, these are like the same questions that come up over and over again. And the reason that you're asking the question is because, you know, it's natural to want to try to curve fit the market into a system. You just can't do it. It's just not going to happen. But anyway, let me go through it. On average, how many opportunities present themselves with your training per week? I know you can't get a fixed amount, but on average, there's no average. There's no average. There's too many variables to know. You just have to do it to find out. You got to do it to find out, because whatever my end result is going to be different from anyone else. There right now, like I think it was last week. Last week I took 2 trades. Week before that, I think I took 2 or 3. Yeah, because I took a total of 5 trades in the last 2 weeks. 5 all together in 2 weeks. I think it was last week. Matthew went 4-0 last week. And I'm using him as an example because he took more trades than everybody last week. You know, last week, most people either didn't take a trade at all. They might have been 1-0. I was 2-0. You understand? It varies from person to person based on the level that you're training at, the level that you're observing the market and studying at, the times that you on the chart. You know, there are times when I'm on the chart at this time and trades come. Do they always come at this time? No. There are times when I'm on the charts right before training. Does that always happen? No. Sometimes I'm up after training. 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, trades come. Does that always happen? No. Day last week, morning, we had a permission slip at 9:30 in the morning. During the U.S. session, during the peak of the U.S. session, most people would be like, oh, y'all don't trade during the U.S. session, right? It's too fast. It's too much movement. It's not necessarily always the case. The market doesn't always do the same things. You understand? Your job is to acquire the skill and then answer the question for yourself, because we don't know. You don't know. It's not even about how many trades. It's about how you position yourself in the market so that you can be in position, so that even if you don't meet whatever goal you set for yourself, like let's say, for example, let me just put it in perspective a little bit for you. Let's say that your goal is, you know what? I want to get like 2 trades a week. You say, I want to get 2 trades a week. Let me charge this thing up before this thing dies. Is it charging? Yeah, it is. Let's say you say, I want to get 2 trades a week. And let's say you don't. Let's say you get 1 trade a week. You positioned yourself so that just in case you don't get 2 and you get 1, you make what you want to make. You understand? If you do get 2, you make twice as much as what you wanted to make. Now, I'm giving you that as an example so you can get an idea in your head of how to position yourself financially in your account, so that you can be in that position where if you miss your goal and you end up only getting 1 instead of 2, the 1 that you get is financially exactly what you want to make in order for you to pay your bills or do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm giving you that as an example. Like, I use myself sometimes. I can use myself because, like, I know what my numbers are. Like, all right, so look, in the last 2 weeks, I had 5 total trades. These were not the Blueprint Project trades. These are my regular trades that I take. 5 altogether in 2 weeks. Those 5 trades pay my bills from now until the end of September. And we're in July now. So July, August, end of September. So the beginning of November, all of my bills are paid for with 5 trades. And not just my bills paid for, like bills are paid for and I have money to spend. Well, my wife has money to spend because she's going to be the one spending it. But I'm just saying, I put myself in that position. You understand? So you can determine how to place yourself in position so that you're never under stress, because you can't trade successfully and be under stress. It won't work. You have to be in a stress-free environment all the time so that you can apply your skill and be focused. When you under pressure and you worrying about winning and you're concerned about, man, I didn't get any trades. If I don't get trades, so what? If I do get trades, awesome. Now, if I'm telling you that 5 trades for me paid bills for damn near 3 months, then what's my actual expectation? You see what I'm saying? That means I exceeded my expectation with 5 trades in 2 weeks. Am I making sense? So what I'm getting at is that put yourself in position so that if you fall short of the goal, you good. That's how you work this as a business. But you have to know how to navigate that by getting your numbers in place. But your numbers only mean something when it makes sense. Don't put yourself in position where you got to get a trade a day. Don't put yourself in position where you got to get 3-4 trades a week. Put yourself in position where 1 or 2 trades for the week pays your bills. You see? That's how you position yourself properly. Now you're not stressed out. Now you don't care. You're not like, oh man, I ain't get a trade. You don't get a trade. It's like, all right, well, I didn't have time to be on the charts like I normally do. So it is what it is. That's what it was for me. In those 2 weeks, I wasn't on the charts the way that I normally would be. That's why I didn't do anything with the blueprint. But when I saw opportunities that came that were there, I was like, all right, let me take that. Boom. Took it. Money in the bank. You see? But I'm in position to do that already. I positioned myself to do that. I built up my account and scaled up. And I'm in position now to be able to do that pretty much at will. I know I'm never going to be stressed out about nothing because I don't put myself in a position to be stressed. I'm allowing the market to give it up. When the market gives up the trades, money in the bank. And that's how you have to position yourself within this so that it becomes a business for you instead of becoming a stress thing for you. That's what it is for most people. They stressed out. They losing first. They don't know why they're losing. Then they taking too many trades. They're doing too much. They have no skill. They don't understand the market. It's just downhill. Look. That's 7 ways already to get killed. 7 ways already to get smashed. This is what training does. Training unconditions all of the bullshit. It's starting to condition you to be in position to do this as a business. Because if you don't do it that way, it's going to be stressful for you. And if it's stressful for you, stress is going to kill you either way. It's going to kill you physically and it's going to kill your account. Because you're not going to focus and you're going to mess shit up and you're going to end up losing. So it's like what you want to do. You see what I'm saying? But I told you our rent man was here, so you got excuse me. But I know that this is valuable for so many people. You know, what I'm saying is true. Like I'm literally just telling you the truth. Like, you know, I'm not going to tell you what you kind of want to hear. I know what people want to hear. That I'm not the guy for that. Because I can only speak the truth because I live it. I'm living exactly the way that I'm telling you to set yourself up. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to be free. That's what everybody is trying to do. You want to have your bills paid. You don't want to be stressed out. You don't have to answer to nobody. That's called freedom. You can go wherever you want to go when you want to. You're not stressed out about bills they're paid. So you got to build yourself up to get into that position. It's going to take you time. It's going to take you training. It's going to take you growing and developing, elevating. All of that takes time. The faster that you want that to happen, the more intense you got to train. That's it. Look at my consistency. Look how consistent I am. Every day I'm on here. Now, mind you, I'm on here just showing you what I do normally. This is what I normally do. I'm normally on the chart. Every day, right around 2-ish, I get on the chart, see what it's doing. Look, market might not be doing shit. Then again, it might set up. Either way, I know why I'm not trading. If a trade comes, I know why I am trading. I don't do nothing else. And I'm in position. I'm giving maximum value to my trades when I take them. Not scared to pull the trigger when the trade comes. Come on, man, like that, you know what I'm saying? It takes conditioning to get like that. That's why this is all I talk about. It's nothing new. This ain't the first time I said this. I probably say this every time that we on live in a different way. But I feel you. I definitely feel you. I feel you. Like I understand. I understand why you even asking the question. Tyler said, mine went like, do we have to listen to Mark tonight? No, we don't. You can put your earbuds while Mark plays through the house. Yes, that's what I want to hear. Shit. Shaw said, I currently trade like the way you did in your beginner videos with up and down movement and can be medium fast, but that style is stressful. Look, I didn't even read that until just now. What was I just talking about? What did I just say about stress? Come on, man. Then he says, looking for a better way. I know. This is what I'm saying. Like, why do you think I stopped doing that? Like, just kind of think about it. What would make me stop doing that? It's too much. And I realized, I'm like, nah, I don't got to do all this. I'm like, I can, but I don't want to. This is me. I was talking to myself. I was like, I don't even want to do this. And you slowly started to see me progressively slow it down. I started trading less, not more. There was a time where I was taking 4 or 5 trades. Y'all remember them videos? I was on there. I might have been on there like an hour or two. You know what I'm saying? I know I do got your cap on, Joshua. That's every time that y'all tell me what y'all want, I always throw it on. I did that for Ed with the yellow joint. Yep. What's up, Daniel? He said, welcome back, Rant Man. I missed you. Oh, snap. Ernest said macaroon trades. Yo, crazy. Yellow nuts. What's up, Sheena? Slide said he was partially right. All right, well, that's good. Adam said this type of training is called total immersion. Word. Adam said he took one last week. If I get one this week, I'll be thankful. See, and that, it's like, it's just elevation, man. It's just elevation. Shaw said by the time someone seeks training, they have already lost a lot. I know that. Oh, snap. What happened? What the hell was that? I don't know what that was just now. He said, by the time someone seeks training, they have already lost a lot and are under pressure. So it is a loop. How does one still trade without pressure when already under pressure? You got to stop. You got to interrupt it. It's like, it's just interruption. You got to stop the pressure. It's kind of like you bleeding. You got to stop the bleeding first. It's like you bleeding, but you want to, you're trying to get to like, you dripping. You bleeding and it's dripping, but you trying to get to where you can use the arm that's bleeding. How are you going to use the arm that's bleeding? You got to stop the bleeding first. Don't use your arm until it stops bleeding. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thought process. You got to stop it. So the way to interrupt it is you got to, you know what it is that you're doing, and you know what it is that you want to stop doing. So the first thing is to stop doing what you're doing. That's number one, because it's not working. 2, you need to seek guidance and direction. That's where training comes in. That's what I'm offering. You see what I'm saying? So not only that, once you're in training, like, it's not like you don't just get training and then that's it. When you get into training, you got to work. Like, this shit ain't free. And I'm not even talking about financially. I'm talking about it's not free as far as you doing it. Freedom ain't free. Why? Like, I don't understand why people think that. And I'm not talking about any of you. I'm not talking about you, Shar. I'm just talking about people in general. They feel entitled to shit just because they decide that they want it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how kids are. But your kids they're doing that based on how you allow them to get away with shit. That's one of the reasons why they feel entitled. But it's like, you a grown person, you should not feel entitled to nothing. Anything that you want, you're going to have to put work in to get. Why would it be any different? Like now, it's the same shit. Freedom ain't free. It's far from free. You're going to have to work for it. So it's kind of like you stop the bleeding. You got to stop what you're doing. Another big thing is don't look at other people. Stop doing that shit. People love to compare themselves and their situation to somebody else's shit. Don't look at other people at all. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. The only aspect of me that I would suggest that you watch is the guidance. But like, don't try to compare yourself to anyone else. Because that's how you keep yourself bleeding. You, in your mind, you like, dag, I'm so far behind, man. It's going to take me a long time. It's going to stop whining about it. How bad do you want the shit to stop bleeding is the question. Because saying it is one thing, but really believing that you want to stop this shit and you want to do something else and then seeking out the guidance to get there is something else. That takes action on your part and commitment. It's not just about a one-shot deal. It's like that's another thing. People got a microwave mentality too. They're like, oh, well, you think I'll be able to do this in about 3 months? What? What? Like, what are you asking me? Like, you talking to somebody that been doing this shit for 27 years. Me. I've been in the financial markets doing a bunch of shit, messing shit up, figuring shit out without guidance for 27 years. I'm just at the point now where it's like, yeah, I finally figured this shit out for real. Like, I really got it now. I'm there now. In spite of whatever happened behind me, good and bad, I'm looking at where I'm at now, and I appreciate this position way more. There have been times in the past where I had more money. I have less money now, and I'm happier. I'm not stressed out. You don't see me stressing out. Damn, we ain't got no trades. I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's the mentality that you have to have. That's why I'm going to win my trades, because I don't care. I'm not affected by the money aspect of it at all. I'm in execution mode all the time. That's why I train the way that I do. My training regimen is retarded. That's how you're going to have to train. Like a retard. Like, damn, what you listening to? You don't want to hear this. Like, people should be mad at you. People should be laughing at you. Your family should be mad at you and upset with you. Your kids should know me. Your kids should know who Mark is. Your kids should know OTA, Team Alliance. They should know all of that. Your wife should know me. Your husband should know me. Like, who's this Mark? You talk to Mark more than you talk to me. That's what you should be doing. And the reason I'm saying that is because there's a reward at the end of it. You understand? It's not in vain. Like, I'm not even saying that being funny. I'm being dead serious. There's a reward if you told me, like, if I was you and you were me and you told me to do what I'm telling you to do. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying about entitlement. See, that's why it happened for me the way that it did. And that's why I'm in position now to help others do it also. Because you see how I'm not holding it all to myself. I could, but that's not even my nature to do that. That's why it was given to me. Why do you think the universe trusted me with the shit? Think about that. Why do you think God trusted me with it? Because he know that I'm going to give it away. He knew that. That's why he gave it to. He couldn't trust a lot of other people to do the shit. He's like, nah, if I give it to him, he definitely not giving it to nobody. Gave it to me. That's how I look at it. So I'm just giving you perspective, you know, like things to think about and things to kind of give you an idea of why I am the way that I am and the reason why you here. Like how you end up here. Think about it. What happened? This is on YouTube somewhere. It's millions of videos on YouTube. How did you end up here? What happened? You see? So there's a reason. You on the vibration. You connect with the vibration and then the vibration bring you right to where you need to be. So, you know, that's why when you come here, it's more the same. We talk about the same shit every day. Same shit. It's just a different day. All right, Rant Man, are you done? Your Rant Man kind of went off today, right? Big said, what's crazy, my wife found Mark before me. Wow. Ernest said, jokes aside, you speak the truth. Come on, man. It ain't nothing else to talk about, really. Tyler said it. Oh, he's asking about your wife. Does she care to trade or she wants you to set her free? Oh, man. Shaw said, are you able to make more or less than the trading you used to do and now where you have slowed it down? Now I make more. That's the crazy part. Compared to what I was doing at that time, I trade less and make more. Go figure. And that's what I'm saying about putting yourself in position. You got to know where to put yourself in position. And once you put yourself in position, include not being stressed out as part of the position. Don't put yourself in a stressful position. Don't do it. Oh, excuse me. Mick said, we actually spend our time doing what's best for each other and ultimately leads to our freedom as a whole. Sometimes we as humans don't do the best for ourselves. That's true. Don said, any high-level performer work ethic appears exhausting to the average individual. That's why they are the 1%. Yes. Yes. That's it right there, Don. That's it. Do what others won't to get what others can't have. And the thing about it is that it's not that people can't have it. It's that they won't have it because they won't do it. They won't do what it takes to get it. That's it. That's so hard. That is hard. Because people don't think like that. But that's what it is. It's not that you can't have it. You can have it. You ain't going to do what it takes to get it, though. That's what your problem is. Yo. Mick says she knows me and saw something that she knew I could be good at. Blessed to have a good wife, but she can't sub till I set the mission. Marriage is about submission, and so is training and trading. That's hard body right there. Mick is heavy on the vibe, boy. Woo. Ernest said, you stressed over glares now. Let that glare show up and watch the fireworks. Joshua said, my kid's first words, Mark full of 301. Oh, snap. Yo, can you imagine? Ezra, he'd be like, Mark full of. That is hilarious. Mick says, my daughter calls Mark the 5+1 man. Tyler said, we some cool cats, solid grounded people. Definitely, man. Definitely. Mick said, Mark's willingness to understand that his growth is tied to ours. See, Mick is really, really on the vibe right now. He's hitting my nerves, like, with the stuff he's saying right now, because it's resonating within me. That is it. That's it. It's like it's one and the same to me. It's not a separate thing. It's not me and TA. I am TA. So every time that someone is doing something, it's a reflection of me. That's why Rant Man will come out and start yelling at people. Because we are here to hold one another accountable. It's just like if you notice somebody is doing something that's going to mess them up, you're going to tell them not to do it. Even though you know that they're probably going to still do it, it's still your job to tell them not to. Word. Chip said SSDD. What's that? What is that? What's SSDD? What's up, Amani? He said, you capping too hard. I love it, though. You deserve the cap. That's why I call you big bro. Get that money. No doubt. No doubt. JT said he not capping. There's a no cap, no lie. To James, that's why I rock with Mark and Team Alliance. Bro know his shit. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yep. And it definitely ain't sugar-coated. You know that, too. Yeah. I want to say Ronnie Coleman used to say, everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift this heavy-ass shit. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Malone said, most giving person I know. I appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate. I mean, it's like, you know, I always look at it too, like, that's the reason why we continue to elevate. It's because I've always been in the giving process. Like, there is a scientific universal law to giving. And you got to give when it seems like you're not getting nothing. That's hard. Think about that. That's so crazy too, because that's against what we do naturally as human beings. Think about how you are. Imagine if you got a cousin, right? You got a cousin that you always give shit to all the time. And they'll never give you nothing. No thank you, no nothing. They don't show appreciation. They don't do anything. Isn't it kind of a natural inclination to stop giving to them because you feel like they don't appreciate it, right? Naturally, as a human being, you don't want to give them shit now because you're like, yo, you are ungrateful bastard. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how your mind is working. But if you have more empathy first and you're looking at it from the perspective of, you know what? It's my cousin and I got it. He needed. That's it. He don't got to tell me nothing. I don't have no expectation from him. You see? So now there's nothing attached to the giving that you're doing. When you do conditional giving, you attaching a negative emotion to the giving process and you fucking it up. It's just like putting bad seed in the earth. If the seed is messed up, ain't nothing growing. You got to plant good seed. Even though you don't see the seed grow yet. You can't see the, when you put the seed in the dirt, you don't see nothing. It's under the dirt. You're not supposed to see nothing grow from it yet, right? Plant the seed anyway. You don't not plant the seed because, oh, I planted the seed last time. I ain't see nothing grow. It's a seed. It ain't supposed to grow for mad long. You got to water it. It needs sun. It needs all type of shit. You got to cultivate the seed, dummy. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is how you got to talk to yourself to get yourself on the vibration the right way, because otherwise you'll do stuff and the intent that you have will fuck up what you're doing. It'll mess it up. Don't mess up your giving process. If you give, it has to be unconditional. You got to give and not care. Like, just don't have no expectation whatsoever from it. That's how it comes back. And when it comes back, it's just like bow, 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 out of nowhere. You don't even know why it's coming back to you, but you know that it's coming back because that's what you're doing. That's what the giving process is like. I learned that early. Give without expectation. When you get emotional and you get bothered because somebody didn't say thank you, well, no, I ain't gonna lie, because somebody, if I hold the door open for somebody and they don't say thank you, I'm gonna flip on them. But that's the only time. The hell, I'm not this damn doorman. If I hold the door open, say thank you. But that's the only time. Other than that, y'all know what y'all understand what I'm saying. Oh snap. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Pull the ass back and make the be like, you didn't say thank you, man. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh man. Yeah. Right. Right. Malone said I'm not gonna stop saying it. Oh, same shit, different day. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'm acting a little retarded right now. I know. I got you, James. My bad, Chip. I should have knew that. My fault. Adam said you give, but you don't hand out. Right. You give the ability to search for the answers. Bow. Mick said a joyful giver gets delivered. Damn. JP said you think your live commentary is going to get bigger than your training. Man, it's all the same to me. Like, I see it all as one thing, to be honest with you. And it's so funny because I remember when I started doing the lives and I was like, you know, like something in the back of my head was like, what are you doing? Because you know that, you know, most people don't go live and don't be doing videos and stuff. Like, you know, they kind of don't want to expose themselves. And I'm like, nah, I think that you should expose yourself. Like, I felt like that about myself. I was like, nah, you should let people actually see who you are, because it's going to back up everything that you're doing. It's going to back up everything that all your intentions. It's like, you know that you want to see people winning. Like this is how I always felt. I'm like, yo, it's people losing. They always losing. It's mad people losing out here. I know that people can definitely benefit from this. So the lives, all of the live streaming and social media, I was like, yo, this is ill, the way that you can really just kind of connect with people and it's real. Like, it's really genuine. They see that you real. Come on, YouTube. You ain't gonna stop this vibration, damn it. YouTube trying to act crazy. But anyway, I was like, yeah, let people see you and feel you, like, all the time. Like, just whoever wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of the things I was thinking about, because I'm like, you don't know what is going to be said that's going to be a trigger for somebody that could just be the moment for them. Boom. It was like, yo, the thing that happened for me, it was actually alive. I've already had people tell me that. People have told me that already. They're like, yo, there was a live stream that you did on YouTube. That did it for me. And it might have been something that one of y'all said. That's what I'm saying. Like, you see how we're on the vibe? That's why I like to do this, because we connect on the vibe, and then the vibration is just is being brought up. And when that vibe moves up, it starts moving and doing all kind of shit. The vibe that we on is crazy. Like, this is not normal. Nothing that we doing here is normal. There's nothing normal about this. And that's why I knew that we had to do it. I was like, we got to do this shit every day. When I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to go on live every day. I'm going to do that. Yep. But yeah, that's a good, definitely a good question. But yeah, I believe it's all interconnected, man. Yep, just another avenue. Mick said, keeping scores for games. If you can count your blessings, you aren't opening up to receiving your true blessings. Yep. Adam said I expose myself all the time. Yo, Adam is crazy, yo. Oh, snap. Malone said, TA is just the beginning of your call, and I'm sure you heard that. Yeah, definitely have. Tyler says 6 different platforms, each with its own purpose, hitting you in the head with gold. Facts. Facts. M&A, what's up? He said, yes, do it. Yeah. JP said, makes my commute from Houston to San Antonio way awesome. Totally look forward to the good vibes from everyone. Somebody came on here one day and said that they started watching the live instead of listening to the radio. I was like, what? I was like, that's hard right there. That's hard. Something to pull you away from the radio was crazy. It gotta be some good something. Oh, that was you, JP? Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. All right. All right. That's crazy. See, that's how hard the vibe is. Because it brought that right up in my head just now. Wow. Erda said, Adam, don't end up in jail exposing yourself. I wasn't going there. I just was like, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's why I just laughed. I just laughed. I was like, Adam is a nut. Oh, snap. JT, it was actually the other work you were doing, the free world work that drew me in. Like, oh, I like where your mind was. Yeah. See, all of that is me. That's me too. Yep. And I realized that this was like a vehicle to get into that also. I realized that. You know, you don't know everything like right now. Some things get revealed to you later, like over time. You know what I'm saying? But that's the one thing that happens when you persist. When you persist, it's like you just stay on it. Like you just don't let up. You got to stay on it. And when you stay on it, that's when shit just starts unfolding. And then you end up somewhere you like, damn, I don't even know how we got here. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was looking at the number that we up to now on the live. I think this one is like, I think we getting close to 90. Wait, let me see something. Yeah, I think the YouTubes now is close to like 90 of them joints. Let me see something. No, my bad. 80. So this is 83. Yeah, well, yeah, that is close to 90. Shit. That's crazy. Yeah, see, just like that's what I'm talking about. Like even that's 100 videos. the whole Ask Mark Anything joint, that was 100 videos of just non-stop, just educational shit. Come on, man. And that's another thing too, you know, like when there's an absence of like information and education regarding what something actually is versus what the perception of it is, that big ass gap is the reason that people continue to fall victim with whatever it is. So what I'm saying is like the reason that people are, you know, losing so much in the markets is because they don't really have solid direction and guidance and real education and information that can really be valuable for them. It's not put in perspective for them until now. Like that's what Team Alliance represents, period. And that's what I'm saying, like about it being Team Alliance. Like it's not just me now. Everybody that connects on the vibration, it's like you on it now. And you a part of it, contributing to the whole. And that's why it's so crazy. Like that, it's just gonna continue to elevate and just get insane, man. It's just gonna keep doing it. Like it's no stopping it. Adam said, "Don't drop the zest." Yo, stupid, yo. Oh my goodness. Earlier said, messing around and be on CNN. He said he misunderstood the red man. Yeah, y'all silly. Big said the first YouTube I saw before joining, Mark was like doing 25 contracts right now. My team will be at 50 at the end of 2019. Mm-hmm. How you going down with some living color unless you on dumb shit? That's it. That's it. M&A said, much love what you do. It taught me a lot. Oh, it taught me a lot. No doubt, man. No doubt. I'm glad, I'm glad to just be available. Like, I have the freedom to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have time freedom. I can get on and just be on here for hours at a time if I want to. That, like, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing, and then I'm passing it on. That's why it keeps coming back to me, too. Come on, man. OD said, created the mastermind. Yep. Yep. T-Moz, how's your Monday? Monday is awesome, man. What's happening with you? Yeah, the zest is crazy. Zestfully clean. You got to be old to know that one. What's another old jingle? Makes it Adam in the mirror bopping to so fresh and so clean. Oh my goodness. T said, working for the man until I can do trading full time. You're gonna get there, man. You are going to get there, man. No doubt. He said, we'll be on the charts tonight and training. That's it. That's it. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Shit is awesome, man. Like this, every time I think about it, I just, like, it gives me goosebumps. Shit is awesome. Awesome, man. Their way to record the comments from live training. No, it's not. It's not. And I was wondering why they didn't have a feature like that built in, but T said, this is a blessing for real to be able to do what you want when you want. It is, man. It is. It really is. I mean, like, like, just think about it. Like, I think about, like I could be doing mad other shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoy doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. But there's a lot of stuff to be able that we could be doing. I'm gonna do what I like to do. And do other shit too. We used to think about going to Six Flags, but I saw on the news did you see the ride that got stuck on Six Flags? It was like the wide roller coaster, and that shit was stuck right at the top when it's about to go down. It was stuck like this. And they was up there like for a few hours. I was like, wait. I'm not really feeling Six Flags right now. Like, I'm not really feeling Great Adventures right now. I don't know about that. Mick said, there's just so much good content when TA is fully in sync. Life altering. Yep. T, what got you in the binary options from Forex beginnings? I talked about this a few times, actually. talk about this real quick, then I'm gonna get up out of here. But the main thing that had me looking at other things to do, like outside of Forex in general, was how the brokers were doing in Forex. One of the things that I was experiencing, and I think that this is something that goes on with people that have larger sized accounts, and with companies that have larger, anybody that's trading larger contracts, not contracts, larger lot sizes in Forex, you're going to run into a broker that is going to trade against you. I'm not saying that that's what brokers still do, but when I was in Forex, that's what they was doing heavily. As a matter of fact, several of the brokers, they not even doing business in the US no more as a result of that, because they got caught. They even had, like, they had class action lawsuits and all type of shit where they had to repay money and all of that. But anyway, so I ran into that. I know about that. This is what I'm saying about, like, my experience and how vast it is. Like, I've experienced so much bullshit. I know how to avoid a bunch of bullshit. So anyway, these brokers that I was doing business with, I had several accounts with several Forex brokers. You know, my smallest account was 60,000, the smallest one, and I had 4. So I'm just putting it in perspective for you. And I was profitable trading Forex. Okay. I remember several occasions, and this company in particular, they don't even do business in the US anymore. I think that they're still in existence, but they only do business in Europe. But they used to be in the US. Matter of fact, they had an office right in Manhattan. I used to go to the office and all of that. Like, I knew people that worked there. But anyway, so there were several occasions where I made very large trades and profitable trades. You know, one time I made a withdrawal, it was like 40,000. Made another withdrawal one day, 18,000. So I'm making big, you know, sizable withdrawals because I used to make money and withdraw the money. I wouldn't just have money sitting in the account. So certain instances where I made these withdrawals, I'm getting phone calls from them. I'm like, hello? Oh yeah, this is such broker, you know, is this Mr. Fuller? Yes. Oh yeah, we just, you know, this is just a courtesy call. Okay, what do you want? Oh, well, yeah, we see that you're making, you know, large withdrawals, and we just wanted to make sure, is everything okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, everything's fine. You know, I withdraw profits when I make them, so everything is awesome. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, you're up to something. And I didn't know what it was at the time. I found out later. So come to find out, now I'm taking trades, same type of lot sizes, but I'm not getting filled on the trades. Not getting filled on my trades. Running into that. There were instances where a stop loss built into the trade. So the stop loss was in the platform. Like, you know, on Forex, you can enter the stop loss that you want to use in the platform, or you can use a mental stop, or you can use like an expert advisor, EA, or robot to know what the stop level is and then take you out of the trade automatically, right? You got all these different options. At the time, I didn't know about the robot yet, so I was using stops by putting the stop in the actual platform. There was times, man, on several trades where my take profit didn't get hit by 2 pips, and then the market came all the way back, reversed, and then the stop loss got hit. Because that's how I used to trade. If I had a 2-to-1 trade, that means that I'm going to earn twice as much as I'm risking, right? So several times came within 2, one time even 1 pip of the take profit didn't hit, reversed the other way and got stopped out on the trade. Then there were times where you would see a spike on the chart. It'd just be a long ass line, and the long line hit your stop. And then the market came back to where it was before it went down. And I'm like, yo, what the hell was that? So I was like, yo, wait, I got to look into this. Come to find out, I'm looking on other platforms at the activity in the market, and I'm not seeing those spikes on other platforms. Not seeing those spikes in the actual market itself. I'm like, yo, y'all up to something and you're being shady. So I'm on the phone with them now, making calls, finding out, like, why am I seeing a spike on the platform? Oh, well, there was a sudden burst of liquidity on the platform and this and that and blah, blah, blah. They giving me all of the bullshit. Basically, what they did was they stopped out my trade because they hunted the stop that I had in the platform. They know where the stop is. I put the level in the platform. You see what I'm saying? So they could do it's something called stop hunting on the platform. There was a time when brokers would coordinate with each other and hunt stops on all of the platforms at the same time, so it didn't look like it was just something happening on one platform. And they got, like I said, they got caught. So it was just shady shit going on. I'm like, I'm not with the shits. So when I became aware of it, I was like, you know what? I ain't messing with y'all. And I lost a lot of money as a result of that type of behavior taking place on these platforms. Like, I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars that I lost. I made more than that, but the point still remains that that was money that I should have had. You understand? But I lost that money because of what they were doing. And so I was like, I'm not with that. So I just kind of left Forex for a while because I was like, I don't trust none of these brokers at all. And that was kind of one of the things that just led to me kind of taking time off from Forex for a while. And I had just looked into other things, and that's when I kind of like, I went into a little bit of internet marketing and, just doing different shit online and trying to figure out and navigate my way on the internet, just trying stuff out. And in the process of that, acquired a bunch of other skills. So it kind of was like that scenario as far as Forex goes. But I was trading Forex successfully since 2004. Excuse me. When I left my job, excuse me, I used to trade. I had a laptop. I was the only person driving around in a Verizon truck with a laptop. And I had my laptop while I was driving around working for Verizon. I used to be trading on a laptop. They used to always, I used to trade. I traded while I worked. So all of this type of stuff was going on. And at the time, I became very well versed with Forex. I left my job and was trading Forex full time. That was in 2006. So I haven't had a job since 2006. I left a job to trade full time 2006. It's 2019. So that's like 13 years since I haven't had a job. Just to put it in perspective. So, all of those experiences and everything that I went through is how I became so informed about what goes on, and it gave me heads up as far as what to look for. That's why when I discovered NADEX, I was like, yo, this right here, this is different. This I'm feeling. They're not a broker. Yes. And then I started to look into the dynamics and the mechanics of their model and how it works. And I realized, I'm like, yeah, they know what they're doing. Then it was US regulated. You know what I'm saying? They got an office in Chicago. It just was like, yeah, like everything. This is what I'm talking about right here. And then that's when, my career in NADEX took off. I knew that NADEX was powerful. I just didn't know how powerful it was, actually. I just knew that it wasn't the Forex brokers. Because my experience with that was terrible. Like that's terrible to be winning, but you losing. You know what I'm saying? You were supposed to win those trades. You end up losing trades. Come on. Like, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't go to the dark side. I stayed positive. you know, and it paid off later. So that's how I look at it now. And then that's why now I share also. You know, that's another part to me of what keeps it coming back to me. So I just stay on the vibration. I don't break it for nothing. But yeah, you know, so that's how that went. Yep, that is how that went. And it said big banks, market makers go out, stop hunting all the time. Yep. Osmond said, were those brokers penalized in some way? Yeah, they definitely were. They were definitely penalized. Two of them went completely out of business. One of them is not allowed to do business in the United States anymore. So 3 out of the 5 brokers that I did business with don't either are not here at all in the US, or they don't even exist. 2 of them don't exist. One of them, they only doing business in Europe now. And the other 2, I don't even know what happened to them. They ain't around either. So Slav said the fact that you got to trade with 50K accounts of Forex is crazy. Most people can't even start. Yeah, see? And now you bringing it even back even further, because when I was in Forex, that's when you didn't have mini or micro accounts. When I started in Forex, you had to have 20,000 to open an account. Then it went down to 10. Then I think it finally went down to like 5,000. I'm talking about minimum just to open the account. You had to have money already. And that's why, like, when I look at NADEX, I'm like, you ever realize what we have? Like, you open an account with $250 and then start trading with 100 of that. So, like, get the skill and then go to work. That's all you got to do. Like, shit is not hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a matter of applying yourself and committing to the training, because you need the training in order to get an understanding of the market so that you win. You don't want to get on here and start losing. That's what most people do. You know, most people get on NADEX that come from Forex and they lose anyway, because they're trying to trade like a Forex trader on the NADEX platform, when these are binaries. A binary is yes or no. Is it going to stay here? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, and you're wrong. It went there. You know, you just got to be right about where the market ends up at. If you right, you win. You wrong, you don't win. You lose. Simple shit. And then it's pre-calculated, you know, risk. So you know exactly how to frame your trade. You know how to build up your account. You know, all you got to do is figure out how to win consistently. Once you do that, it's over. Like, it's game over. You free, man. I'm telling you. Telling you, man. They straight got a flood warning. It must gonna pour down raining soon. I hope I got an umbrella back there. I'm about to say, I hope my umbrella's back there. It is. Yeah, exactly, right. You can't trade like that on NADEX. Yeah, it definitely is one of a kind. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, y'all, let me get out of here. So, as usual, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I see the majority of you guys on training later. And everybody else, check it out mañana. Y'all be easy. Deuces.